We'll now be moving on to the Housing Authority. Mr. Connolly, Ms. James, and Ms. Neely. Thank you very much. We will begin with the opening statements, and in the random lottery, Mr. Connolly, you have been chosen to begin first.
Thank you very much.
And I'll remind you, you have 2 minutes.
Good evening. My name's Kevin Connolly. I was born and raised here in Hingham. Went to Hingham High. My wife and I had moved to Vermont, and we came back in 1990. Settled here, 2 children, both in Hingham schools. And I'm running for the board because I feel as though I have a lot to contribute. I have a background as a general contractor. I'm a lead AP. Presently, I work for a consulting firm out of Situate, MCR. We're an affordability consulting firm. We work with PHAs, public housing authorities, throughout New England. And what we're finding is budgets, both on the federal and state level, are being squeezed. And what the Hingham Housing Authority is facing is tremendous need in their infrastructure. They need a lot of repair, and there's not a lot of money. And what we're finding is a lot of that money from the state level is going to have to come through grants for repair. And that's one of the things I do presently in my position with MCR. I'd like to bring my experience, my love for the town, and my current understanding of public housing authorities to the board and work with them in bringing the Hingham Public Housing Authority facility to what it needs to be.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Pat Neely, and I'd like to thank you people for having me here tonight. My credentials, I've been in sales for 25 years. I'm now retired. I ran an alarm company for many years. And why am I running? I'm running because I live at Thaxter Park, and we need a lot of help. And I have spent the last 5 years trying to get right where I am today. I've talked to as many people as I could. I've tried everything. I've talked to Bob Keys. And it's always, there's no money, there's no money, there's no money, there's no money. Well, when I read in the paper that the town of Cohasset got $585,000 from the CPC funds, I thought, well, why can't the town of Hingham? Why can't I, you know, where we live, we need a lot. The hallways are terrible, the windows are nasty, we need a new road, the sidewalks have these large cracks that I've fallen twice myself. Your foot gets caught in it and down you go. But it's a good thing I have a few extra pounds. I bounced a little. But we just have a lot. The ceilings, there's a crack in one of the ceilings that started out probably 4 years ago. This was this wide. Now it's like this, and it's running down the whole side of the ceiling. We have got a problem. I don't know whether the building's sinking, whatever it is, we need some help. We need some money, and I'm here to ask for it for all of the people from Thaxter Park. I think that I've just about said everything I need. Oh, I did. I even went to the State House, and they suggested I go to the Massachusetts Union of Public Housing Tenants Association. But when now I have to stop. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Neely. Ms. James.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Dwelly James, and I'd first like to thank Christine Wilkes in the League for allowing me this opportunity to speak to you all and meet you all this evening. Last night, I switched to Channel 5 just as Sherry Shepherd was giving her farewell speech from Dancing with the Stars, in which she said, "Whatever your greatest fear, face it head on, and you will be amazed at the way you feel when you come out on the other side." So here I am tonight, as my greatest fear is public speaking. That being said, when Mr. Bob Keys, chairman of Hingham Housing Authority, approached me to run for a seat on the board, I panicked. But in my heart, I felt I could make a difference as a member of the board. I feel my goal is to ensure safe and decent and affordable housing for Hingham veterans, seniors, and families in need. I want to emphasize, sorry, I have to put the paper down, my hand's shaking. I want to emphasize the importance of securing quality of life for one of our most precious commodities, which are our senior citizens. It is they that have made this town what it is today. I currently am president of Baxter Park Tenants Association, and in 2009 I was vice president. I was very vocal at a town meeting when Article 18 was removed from vote. This received a great response from all of our residents of Hingham, which was evident in overwhelming letters written in support of our seniors to the Hingham Journal. I think creating a positive and supportive working relationship with local Hingham government leaders by seeking a problem-solving partnership is a must. As a third-generation Hinghamite, I also have a passion for the history and welfare of the town. I strongly think I would be a well-received spokeswoman for our Hingham residents.
Thank you. We will now begin with the questions. And Ms. James, you have won the lottery to go first with the questions. Our first question. In light of the recent press reports involving an arguably unqualified individual who was awarded the right to purchase an affordable house through the Housing Authority's lottery process, explain how the authority should now handle this situation.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure can.
Thank you.
In light of the recent reports involving an arguably unqualified individual who was awarded the right to purchase an affordable house through the Housing Authority's lottery process, explain how the authority should handle this situation now.
Okay, I personally am not familiar with all the facts of the case. And I do, not being a board member, I do not know what the procedure that is in place now. As a board member, if voted in, I would take a very close look at situations like that and do my best to prevent anything like that allowing to be happened again. But not being familiar with the specific case, I really don't feel I'm qualified to make a statement.
Thank you. Ms. Nealon.
I think I know which house you're talking about, and I think it should be taken away. Anyone who can afford a $2 million house shouldn't have one for low and moderate income people. I think she should be prosecuted. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Connolly.
Can you repeat the question, please?
In light of the recent press reports involving an arguably unqualified individual who was awarded the right to purchase an affordable house through the Housing Authority's lottery process, explain how the authority should now handle this situation.
The first thing that should be examined would be who actually ran the lottery. In situations like this, there's a lottery that people have to qualify for. A lot of times a nonprofit or the folks who are sponsoring the houses will hire a lottery agent. Properly vetting the lottery agent to handle this, it would then be their responsibility to make sure that the people were properly qualified. And if the people aren't properly qualified, then I would imagine it would become a legal issue.
Thank you very much. Our next question.